time for Mechanicsburg High School Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com and now on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and follow Wildcat Athletics at Go Mechanicsburg on YouTube, available on all smart devices. Wildcat Athletics is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Ray Hall Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Federal OSS Health, now with 2 locations on West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Aviation Department, RBC Welshman and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks, servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. Now, let's head out to the contest and the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth on GoMechanicsburg.com.
With a call, here's the voice of the Wildcats, Mike Garland.
And good evening, Wildcat fans, from the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. I am Mike Garland. Tonight's web stream presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. It is boys volleyball action, the Mechanicsburg Wildcats and the New Oxford Colonials, a non-conference, non-league game for both teams tonight. Mechanicsburg coming in after a bit of an upset loss to Carlisle last night. So the Cats 11-3 overall and 10-2 in conference play. Meanwhile, New Oxford comes in at a 9-6 clip, 8-5 in York Adams. It is senior day on GoMechanicsburg.com. We will not only recognize the senior volleyball players for Mechanicsburg, but the families and escorts as well. Plus, we'll throw a nod of recognition to the seniors from New Oxford. And I'll be pulling a bit of double duty today, not only handling the web stream duties, but also introducing the seniors and their respective families. So if a little bit of a hiccup in our web stream open is the worst thing that happens today, let's call it a win, ladies and gentlemen. The JV contest just wrapped up, and New Oxford was victorious in straight sets, 2-0. So it is senior day, and fans, welcome to Mechanicsburg Boys Volleyball Senior Night. We are eager to recognize and celebrate our 10 seniors this evening. Before we honor the Mechanicsburg seniors, we'd like to recognize the seniors from New Oxford. They are number 9, Owen Duty. Number 21, Rylan Hahn. Number 2, Trenton Kaiser. Number 13, Noah Lockman. Evan Strasbaugh and Zachary Topper. We wish these New Oxford seniors all the best in their future endeavors. Now, let's turn our attention to recognizing our Mechanicsburg seniors. Check. One more time, fans, welcome to Mechanicsburg Boys Volleyball Senior Night. We are eager to recognize and celebrate our 10 seniors this evening. Before we honor the Mechanicsburg seniors, we'd like to recognize the seniors from New Oxford. They are Owen Duty, Rylan Hahn, Trenton Kaiser, Noah Lockman, Evan Strasbaugh, and Zachary Topper. We wish the New Oxford seniors all the best in their future endeavors. Now, let's turn our attention to recognizing our Mechanicsburg Wildcat seniors. First, escorted by his parents, Michael and Megan Aiello, is number 1, outside hitter, Merrick Aiello. Merrick plans to utilize the certifications he received from Cumberland Perry Area Career and Technical Center and enter the workforce after graduation. He would like to thank all of the school and club coaches that he's played for over the years, his family and friends for their support from the stands, and his teammates for the great memories. Best of luck, Merrick Aiello. Escorted by his mother, Angela Fuss, and sister, Michaela, number 2, front row hitter, Joey Fuss. Joey is undecided at this time as to where he would like his future to go after high school. Joey is contemplating a military career or continuing education at college, where he hopes to continue with volleyball. In addition to volleyball and spending time with friends, his mom and siblings, he's an avid outdoorsman. Joey enjoys time with his dad, hunting and fishing. Best of luck, Joey. Escorted by his parents, Matt and Holly Holbrook, is number 11, middle hitter, Dean Holbrook. Dean plans to attend Stevenson University and major in business administration with a minor in music. He plans to play beach and indoor volleyball as a Mustang. He would like to thank his mom, dad, sister, and other family members for supporting him all the way. He also would like to thank Coach Heck and Coach Casey for the years of helping him develop into the player he is today. Best of luck, Dean. Escorted by his parents, Mark and Jody Kresge, number 4, outside hitter, Sammy Kresge. Sammy plans to be an HVAC technician after graduation. He would like to thank Coach Heck, his mom and dad, and teammates for all of their support. Best of luck, Sammy. Senior Day continues on GoMechanicsburg.com. 10 seniors as we work our way through. Escorted by his mother, Jackie Lombardo, is number 6, defensive specialist, Wilfredo Lombardo. Wilfredo plans to enter the workforce as a master electrician. He plans to still play outdoor volleyball and also do rock climbing. He would like to thank Merrick for showing him volleyball and his mom and dad for instilling in him a strong work ethic. He'd also like to extend thanks to his teammates, Coach Heck, Freeze Volleyball, and his family. Best of luck, Wilfredo. Escorted by his parents, Brad and Amy McDonald, and step-parents, Natalie and Sean, is number 22, libero, Nathan McDonald. Nathan plans to attend St. Francis University and major in biochemistry. He will play volleyball in college and would like to thank his mom for driving him to everything and his dad for always supporting him. He also would like to thank Coach Heck for the opportunities he was given and Coach Casey at Prevail for making him the libero that he is today. Best of luck, Nathan. Escorted by his parents, James and Janelle Paris, is number 15, middle hitter, Max Paris. Max plans on attending Messiah University, majoring in religious biblical studies with a minor in Spanish. He plans on playing intramural and club volleyball at college, in addition to ultimate frisbee. He would like to thank his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Best of luck, Max. Escorted by his parents, Dustin and Becky Steele, is number 19, middle hitter, Sam Steele. Sam plans to attend Bloomsburg University and major in applied mathematics. He would like to thank his parents, family, teammates, coach, and friends. Best of luck, Sam. Two seniors to go on senior day. Escorted by his parents, Kurt and Gretchen Stockbauer, is number 18, opposite hitter Luke Stockbauer. Luke plans to attend Liberty University and major in strategic intelligence with a minor in Spanish. He would like to thank Coach Heck and Coach Jamal and the Bortners, his teammates, parents, family, and friends for all of their support over the years. Best of luck, Luke. Finally, escorted by his parents, Donald and Tway, is number 10, outside hitter, Mason Stump. Mason plans to attend Penn State Harrisburg and major in accounting. Mason would like to thank his parents and coaches, especially Coach Heck and Coach Jamal, his teammates, his brother, Simon and Paul Butler, for getting him interested in volleyball. Best of luck, Mason. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, best of luck to all of our seniors this evening. Fans, enjoy the match. It'll be coming up in just a few moments. We have made it through our senior festivities on GoMechanicsburg.com. Some photos forthcoming as directed by Athletic Director Seth Pahanik. So the parents and senior student athletes will now line up in front of the balloon arch to the end on our left. And again, warm-ups in just a few moments. We'll take this opportunity to step out, recognize some of our great partners on GoMechanicsburg.com, including the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department. We'd like to thank them for their ongoing support of our web streams. The rec department offers a variety of activities from crafts and dance to fitness and family fun, providing something for everyone. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab or stop by their office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center to explore all that they have to offer. And the Wildcat Foundation will be awarding scholarships to senior students coming up in just a couple of days. In fact, it will be announced at the Senior Awards ceremony in May. These scholarships will total $40,000+. You can learn more at wildcatfoundation.org. We're going to step out, come back with more pregame Mechanicsburg and New Oxford. Today's game presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Hey there, Wildcat fans. It's Mike Garland, voice of Wildcat Athletics. And that map you're looking at and those little blue pin drops, they represent the central Pennsylvania locations of our broadcast partners. From our presenting sponsor, 11 Oaks Farms, to the south and west in Newville, to one of our newest partners, True Green Lawn Care on the East Shore in Middletown, and everywhere in between, these are community-oriented businesses and their dollars are supporting Wildcat Athletics. So in turn, fans, I ask you to support them. Pick up the phone and price their services. Shop in their store locations. Tell them you heard about it during a broadcast of Wildcat Athletics. You can go to GoMechanicsburg.com right now and click on the live stream tab to learn more about each one of these great central Pennsylvania businesses. We thank them for their support, and I encourage you to support them in turn.
Does your property need a little TLC? Call Lawnscapes Inc. of Mechanicsburg today at 717-697-1833 and see how Wes Moret and his team can transform or maintain your residential or commercial property. From hardscapes to yard services of all types, tree and shrub surface and more, this locally owned and operated business has you covered. Call today for your free estimate. Lawnscapes Inc. at 717-697-1833. That's 717-697-1833.
We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know we are stronger when we come together as one. We believe financial literacy is a key tool for personal well-being, economic stability, and a more secure financial future for everyone. And we are committed to providing all with access to financial wellness resources. We strive to deliver unparalleled experiences for our members through every moment and milestone. We are built by will, forged by people, and powered by a proud member experience.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available.
Contact
for your
local
call
agent
today.
Seth Gardner for your personal
Part of
price
the
plan
community
today.
and for the community. Visit them.
This is you. And this is us. Hi, we're True Green. We're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. That means we'll give you a pro-level lawn guaranteed. That's a satisfaction guarantee. That's a price match guarantee. That's a guarantee on top of your guarantee. So you can do less of this and more of this.
A deck, where memories are made, barbecues are grilled, and sunsets are savored. But let's face it, not all decks are created equal. Enter Westshire Decks. We're not your average deck builders. Precision is our mantra. We don't just build decks, we craft outdoor living spaces tailored to your dreams. With Westshire Decks, you get seasoned experts who know decks inside and out. So why settle for a deck that's just okay when you can have one that's extraordinary? Westshire Decks, where craftsmanship meets creativity. Give us a call today and come see how we are different.
The Wildcat Foundation is Mechanicsburg Area School District's education foundation. Established in 1998, the foundation raises and distributes funds that support students in education, wellness, cultural awareness, and athletics. The Wildcat Foundation has also awarded hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships to support students' higher education. Learn more and donate today at wildcatfoundation.org. Wolf Brewing Company in Mechanicsburg, established in 2021 as a family and pet-friendly social experience, offers food and drink options for the community from the community. Family owned by Wildcat graduates, Wolf Brewing Company is just off South Market Street in the all-new Legacy Park. Stop in before, during, or after the game for food crafted from the freshest local ingredients, plus many award-winning drinks made on site. Wolf Brewing Company, 100 Legacy Park Drive, Suite 400, online at wolfbrewingco.com or call 717-590-7917.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome back to the Mechanicsburg High School Gym. Mike Garland and you on GoMechanicsburg.com. We're still some 17 minutes away from the start of tonight's volleyball match. The JV game actually got started a little bit late as New Oxford had some bus issues getting off their campus, so the trickle-down effect was the JV game started just a smidge late. Everybody got here all safe and sound and whatnot, but a slight delay. It did go 2, but that's still going to push the varsity start time a few more minutes. So I can tell you the starters now, and I will tell you them again, I promise. First of all, for the visiting New Oxford Colonials, the head coach is Brandon Dingus. Starting at the defensive specialist, it'll either be Pat Davis or Zach Topper. In the middle, number 4, Tanner Hauk. Outside, number 9, Owen Duty. The center is number 12, Evan Strasbaugh. The outside hitter is number 13, Noah Lockman. A middle hitter, number 21, Rylan Hahn. And the libero, number 8, Jacob Helt. Again, Brandon Dingus, the head coach. Erica Noel is the assistant for New Oxford, 9-6 overall, 8-5 in York Adams. For the Mechanicsburg Wildcats, the starters, it is senior heavy where possible. You have Ryan Foose starting for the Cats. Foose, just a sophomore and the only sophomore in the starting lineup. The rest are seniors, including outside hitter number 4, Sam Kresge. Defensive specialist number 6, Wilfredo Lombardo. Outside hitter number 10, Mason Stump. Middle hitter number 11, Dean Holbrook. Opposite hitter number 18, Luke Stockbauer. Middle hitter number 19, Sam Steele. And the libero number 22, Nate McDonald. The Wildcats coached by Jake Heck, assistant coach Paige Bortner. Wildcat fans, we're going to take a break again, recognizing some of our great partners, including the Wildcat Foundation. Save the date because the Wildcat Foundation is holding its 16th annual golf outing coming up on Friday, August 8th at the Carlisle Barracks. A beautiful course and a great cause. The golf outing serves as one of the foundation's 3 main fundraisers in its annual mission to raise money to fund grants for district students and teachers, sponsorship opportunities, and event registration now open. Visit wildcatfoundation.org/events to learn more. So we're still some 15 minutes away from the formal starting lineups and introductions. It gives us another opportunity to step out, and when we come back, we'll just give you kind of a raw feed, wide gym look at the two teams as they go through the warm-up process. Mechanicsburg and New Oxford. We're going to take a break, come back after this on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short because he was having severe knee pain.
Lauren came in, she was really discouraged. She had tried 3 months of therapy, nothing was working. She really wanted to get back to volleyball.
We found that he had severe arthritis in both knees and his hip.
She needed shoulder arthroscopy with slap and posterior labral repair.
Simultaneous bilateral total knee replacements.
6 months of recovery and Lauren's back, happy as ever.
3 months after his final surgery, Craig sent us pictures of him skiing the Rocky Mountains. And that's what makes our job here at OSS Health so fulfilling.
Operation Wildcat is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to pool the resources in our community to help our school district students, families, and staff members in need. We'll take your new or gently used back-to-school items, bikes, books, clothing, dresses and suits, furniture, Halloween costumes, gifts for the holiday, Christmas tree decorations, pennies, socks, underwear, Thanksgiving food, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and yard sale items. Learn more at OperationWildcat.org and go Wildcats.
Elevate your everyday with the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department. Immerse yourself in a world of excitement and discovery. From adrenaline-pumping sports to serene outdoor escapes, we've got your perfect recreation blend. Join us for fitness, family fun, and fantastic experiences. Unleash your inner adventurer. It's time for a thrilling escape. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab, or drop by our office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center. Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure.
At Bobby Ray Hall, it's about doing the right thing, starting with our vision, that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Ray Hall simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Ray Hall difference and find out more at BobbyRayHall.com.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call today. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225.
I needed a change in my life. I wanted to be closer to my grandchildren. I was not hearing what the kids were saying. I fly hot air balloons and I couldn't hear leaks. It was time to take care of my hearing. As soon as I met Marianne at Renewed Hearing Solutions, she made me feel so comfortable. My life has improved so much since I got hearing aids. It was the best thing I've ever done. I would highly recommend Renewed Hearing Solutions.
Get back in the conversation. Call Renewed Hearing Solutions today.
Are you on the hunt for a new home? Maybe you're a growing family looking to expand your living situation, or you find your current space too large and you're simply looking to downsize. Whatever your needs, contact Charity Kastner, Realtor with RSR Realtors today. Charity knows the local real estate market and she will find the right home for you. Charity Kastner isn't just a Mechanicsburg-based realtor, she's a Mechanicsburg mom. And after all, mother knows best. Just ask her kids. Make the move today by calling Charity Kastner at 717-557-9312 or rsrrealtors.com to find your first or next home sweet home.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville and GoMechanicsburg.com.
We are back at the Mechanicsburg High School gym. Today's broadcast presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. Still about 8 minutes left until pregame introduction, so we'll just give you a raw look in. Going to turn the audio down so none of that music leaks through onto our YouTube stream. We want to be copyright compliant, so if you're tuning in, we'll talk back at you again in maybe about 5 minutes. Today's game, again, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com. We are getting ready to announce starting lineups here at the gym, Mechanicsburg and New Oxford on GoMechanicsburg.com. Mike Garland hanging out in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Thanks for staying with me, ladies and gentlemen, as the starters are forthcoming in this non-conference matchup between New Oxford and Mechanicsburg. Again, I am pulling double duty, web streaming and PA announcing here pregame. So when someone waves at me and tells me to do some stuff, that's exactly what I will do. And if you tuned into our other web stream today, David Bray did a great job bringing you softball. Chambersburg defeated Mechanicsburg 10-4. A couple of games left on the schedule for the Wildcat ladies, including Monday, Senior Day. So starting lineups just about ready to go. We'll get the signal to announce them here in just a moment in front of a nice crowd at the gym. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mechanicsburg Area Senior High School for tonight's boys varsity volleyball contest featuring the New Oxford Colonials and your Mechanicsburg Wildcats. Mechanicsburg comes into today's match with a record of 11-3 overall, 10-2 in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth. Meanwhile, New Oxford is 9-6 overall, 8-5 in York Adams. Fans, please keep in mind that athletics are an extension of the classroom. Actions meant to demean players, coaches, teams, spectators, and officials are not in the highest ideals of interscholastic or academic education and will not be tolerated. Booing, taunting, profanity, fighting, and attempts to intimidate officials and opponents is unfriendly, unsportsmanlike, and unacceptable. Such actions may result in a fan being removed from the venue. The student athletes, coaches, and officials before you are giving you their very best. You should give them yours. Be loud, be proud, be positive. Sportsmanship. The only missing piece is you. Your officials for today, the stand official, Paul Kilmer, and on the floor, Jim Lenderman. Fans, let's meet the starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting New Oxford Colonials. Starting at opposite, a senior number 5, Zach Topper. In the middle, junior number 4, Tanner Hauk. On the outside, senior number 9, Owen Duty. Setter, senior number 12, Evan Strasbaugh. On the outside, senior number 13, Noah Lockman. In the middle, senior number 21, Rylan Hahn. And the libero, junior number 8, Jacob Helt. The Colonials are coached by Brandon Dingus and assisted by Erica Noel. The Colonials of New Oxford High School. And now let's meet the starters for your Mechanicsburg Wildcats. Starting at setter, a sophomore, number 14, Ryan Foose. Outside hitter, senior number 4, Sammy Kresge. Defensive specialist, senior number 6, Wilfredo Lombardo. Outside hitter, senior number 10, Mason Stump. In the middle, senior number 11, Dean Holbrook. Opposite hitter, senior number 18, Luke Stockbauer. In the middle, senior number 19, Sam Steele. And the libero, senior number 22, Nate McDonald. The Wildcats are coached by Jake Heck and assisted by Paige Bortner. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise if able, and gentlemen, remove cover as our seniors will be singing our national anthem. The national anthem forthcoming on GoMechanicsburg.com. I don't know how well our microphones will pick it up, but we're going to point the camera towards them and stay right here as we honor our country with the senior singing of the national anthem on GoMechanicsburg.com. The seniors and their national anthem on senior day, and we are ready to play volleyball. Mechanicsburg and New Oxford. And we thank you for sticking with us through a longer than normal pre-match ceremony. But as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, New Oxford had a little bus trouble coming out of the southern part of our great state of Pennsylvania. Everybody here safe and sound just a few minutes later than planned. Mechanicsburg and New Oxford, the Wildcats, 11-3 overall, a setback last time out against Carlisle just yesterday, losing in 5, 3-2. And of course, that's what we play to, the best of 5. And Mechanicsburg looking to bounce back and steamroll these Colonials where possible. Jason Malmont, photographer for the Carlisle Sentinel here, taking photos and some size up front for New Oxford. I don't have a roster with heights or even classes for all of their players, but a couple of the young men up front, including Tanner Hauk, with some size, not only height, but young man muscles as well. It looks like New Oxford may serve first. So we'll switch the serve down there for the moment. Again, the chair or stand official is Paul Kilmer, Jim Linderman on the floor. And it will be New Oxford serving first. And serving for the Colonials, Evan Strasbaugh. Strasbaugh over, played in the back row, set up for the catch, Ryan Foose. The attack knocked over the net, kept alive for New Oxford. Strasbaugh over the net, and it's a point for the Colonials. New Oxford, not an opponent that Mechanicsburg faces school to school in pretty much any sport. But the Colonials are in the gym today as Strasbaugh readies to serve one more time. His squad up 1-0. Set up in the back by McDonald. The attack up front and killed by Dean Holbrook. So the Cats get the point and the serve, tied at 1. Serving for Mechanicsburg on the back row will be Luke Stockbauer. Stockbauer, a 5'10 senior, one of, I believe, 10 seniors that we recognized pregame. That one played in the back row by Jacob Helt. The attack and the kill for New Oxford, Owen Duty. Point for the Colonials, and the serve rolls back to the gray and blue. Mechanicsburg, maroon tops, white trim, black shorts, a variety of sneaker colors. Tipped over the net, kept alive, and pushed over by Trenton Kaiser, but it hits the ceiling and drops down. 2-2, a point to the Wildcats. A nice turnout here in the gym. These Cats likely headed to the postseason. Mason Stump serving. Played in the back row, kept alive, Strasbaugh. Now shuffled into the net. Noah Lockman Another point for the Cats. And Mechanicsburg will retain serve, leading 3-2 on GoMechanicsburg.com. Today's web stream presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. And I believe our first successful dual web stream, as Dave Bray was covering softball for a little while we were on the air. Took us 5 years, but we finally did it. The attack up front by Noah Lockman was blocked back onto New Oxford's side by the Mechanicsburg front line. So another point for the Wildcats, 4-2 in set number 1. Mason Stump gets it over the net. Strasbaugh sets it up. Tipped over the net, kept alive by the Cats. And a little miscommunication between Ryan Foose and Nate McDonald. The sophomore and the senior. They made eye contact, but they were not on the same page with the words that those eyes were trying to say. So the ball's going to drop in. It's going to be a point for New Oxford. Served, set up by Foose. And he gets it over the net. Point for the Cats. 5-3 is your score on GoMechanicsburg.com. Serving from the back row, Dean Holbrook. Holbrook has his ball played by Owen Duty. Set up the attack from Nate Lockman. And it looked like it was tipped up front before it went out of bounds, so it's going to be New Oxford point and Colonial serve. And the ball rolls towards the back of the gym as Patrick Davis gives chase. Zach Topper standing in front of the bench, having a conversation with head coach Brandon Dinges. Davis to serve. Over the net, played by McDonald, set up for the Cats and Ryan Foose. And the attack on the far side by Sam Kresge. And we have a whistle. And the ball will go the way of New Oxford, as does the point, tied at 5. Over the net, played in the back row by Lombardo. Set up the attack for the Cats, and Kresge with the kill. 6-5 Mechanicsburg. Serving for the Cats will be Ryan Foose. Foose plays it over, tipped back onto the Wildcats side. Now the attack for New Oxford by Strasbaugh, blocked up front and tapped over the net by New Oxford. Young man number 21 on the roster, which I do not have on my sheet. That is actually Rylan Hahn. He was originally a different number, but now wearing 21. Attack and kill for the Wildcats on the left side. That's Luke Stockbauer. 7-6 the score. PA announcing, web streaming, managing the score interface. The fact that we're even on the air is a miracle. That serve flies long from Kresge. So we're tied at 7, and New Oxford will be serving. Playing it out of the back row will be Hahn. McDonald. Now for the Cats, Foose. The attack up front was blocked, and it's ultimately going to drop for a point for New Oxford, who take the lead 8-7. Another stream doubleheader coming up on Monday. I will have lacrosse. Dave Bray will be covering softball one more time. Senior day for the ladies. The attack up front for the Cats, Mason Stump. It is a Mechanicsburg point. And we are tied one more time at 8. Take a look at what's coming up next for volleyball here in just a few moments. The attack by Duty, kept alive. It hits the netting in the gym, pushed over by Davis. Set up now for the Cats and Foose. Back and forth action in the gym. The attack by Duty. McDonald, other side of the gym. Stump with the attack. Popped over the net for the Cats and Dean Holbrook. Everybody keeping it alive. Foose over the net one more time. Stump set up by Strasbaugh. And the attack and kill up front for Owen Duty and the New Oxford Colonials. The serve for New Oxford. Over the net, set up by Foose. The attack by Holbrook. And it's going to be a point for the Wildcats, 9-9. So we are back and forth in this one. District 3 boys volleyball only offers 3 classes of action, actually 2 classes of action, 2A and 3A. Mechanicsburg currently 8th in the standings. New Oxford is 18th. McDonald keeps it alive for the Cats, set up by Foose. The attack for the Cats and Mason Stump. It drops in for a Wildcat point, 10-9. This is the regular season finale for Mechanicsburg. 16 teams make it in 3A, so this game means a heck of a lot more to New Oxford than it does Mechanicsburg, although no doubt the Cats want to come away victorious on this one. Served over, Strasbaugh sets it up. The attack by Owen Duty is blocked, but it's going to go out of bounds. So a point for New Oxford, and we are back and forth. You don't get a lot of crossover between York Adams and the Mid-Penn, at least 4 teams this far north of the York Adams area. Get the occasional game, but for the most part, a whistle. A whistle for took a hit violation and a point for the Cats. So the student section comes alive with a "You Can't Do That" chant. Nice to see the students supporting their classmates here as we are in the back end of the academic season. We are ever so close to the time of the year where the kids just show up and have a good time over the last couple of weeks. They get all the key educational stuff out of the way. Attack over the net by Holbrook. Pushed over by Lockman. Set up for the Cats, Foose. The attack on the far side, Kresge still alive. Played by Helt. Back row for the Cats and Stump. Set up Foose. And the attack and the point, Sam Kresge. Mechanicsburg extends the lead to 12-10 and a timeout taken by New Oxford. Back in a moment on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Following the New Oxford timeout, we return to live action here at the Mechanicsburg High School gym. Mike Garland hanging out in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Today's stream presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. Mason Stump serves it over, dug by Jacob Helt. Now attacked over for the Colonials and Noah Lockman. And it goes long. Point Cats. This is Mechanicsburg's biggest lead of the day. 13-10, of course, best out of 5. We play to 25, must win by 2. Tapped over the net by Topper. Kept alive as it's brought back. Set up now Helt. And that attack up front is blocked. The tandem of Ryan Foose and Dean Holbrook smack it back in the face of New Oxford. It was a nice attack attempt by Noah Lockman. Another point for the Cats, now 14-10. Dug in the back row by Luke Stockbauer. Pushed over the net by Kresge. Kept alive as it comes back to the Wildcat side. Over one more time, Kresge. That one tapped into the antenna. An attack attempt by Noah Lockman. It's going to end up being another point for the Wildcats. So keep an eye on Cumberlink.com for match photos. Jason Malmont, photographer extraordinaire here, snapping great photos of these two squads as that attack from Zach Topper is going to go off a Wildcat hand and out of bounds, 15-11. And New Oxford will be serving. Jacob Helt will serve from near the basketball free throw line. McDonald from the back row, pushed over the net by the Cats, and Dean Holbrook kept alive. Back onto the Wildcat side. Holbrook with the attack and the kill. Dean Holbrook, who has announced his intentions to play volleyball at Division III Power Stevenson, where former Wildcat Tyler Hoke currently plays. And the serve for Dean Holbrook. Played in the back row, kept alive, pushed over by Rylan Hahn. And it drops for a New Oxford point, 16-12. Cats continue to lead. Nate McDonald back in. Dean Holbrook heads towards the bench for the briefest of moments, and serving for New Oxford will be Patrick Davis. Davis, flat-footed serve over the net. Set up by the Cats and Ryan Foose. The attack coming out of the back row goes long. Another point for New Oxford. 16-13 is the score. New Oxford still with one timeout remaining here in set number one. Mechanicsburg with both. And the serve set up by Foose. The attack over the net by Steele, kept alive for New Oxford. Now over the net, Lockman set up one more time. The attack by Kresge, partially blocked up front, kept alive, and a whistle. It's going to be a Wildcat point. So the error gives Mechanicsburg point number 17, just 8 away from winning set number one. Played in the back row, set up by Strasbaugh. And that attack from Noah Lockman goes off a Wildcat hand and out of bounds. 17-14 the score. That one drops in for an ace. So another point for New Oxford. 17-15. We can clearly see that New Oxford is not going to be any kind of pushover for the Wildcats today. The attack for the Cats. That went off Kresge twice. It was blocked back onto his head. Kresge blocking up front, kept alive by Helt. Now back and forth as that ball gets over the net. Foose, and the attack for the Cats. Luke Stockbauer. And it lands in, much to the dismay of the New Oxford bench and those on the court. Lombardo heads to the sideline. Kresge serves it long. 18-16. And serving for New Oxford, Ryan Hahn. McDonald digs it. Foose sets it up. The attack for Stump. Back onto the Wildcats side. This time it is Stockbauer. And that one is going to drop after it goes off a hand of a New Oxford defender and out of bounds. 10 mighty seniors here today for head coach Jake Heck. And one of them serving right now, Nate McDonald. McDonald readies. Overhand serve. Set up by Strasbaugh. And the attack up front by Owen Duty is blocked back by the Cats. And another point. Interesting future for Nate McDonald. He has determined that he is going to go to St. Francis University to play volleyball. Now, 6 months ago, St. Francis University was a Division I school, but they have since announced their intention to reclassify to Division III, but McDonald's sticking with it and still heading to Loretto to play volleyball. That one is going to drop in on the Wildcat side to make it 20-17. Dug and played over the net. Topper had a hand on it. Now it's set up by Foose. That attack and kill with authority comes off the hand of Dean Holbrook, and the Cats are 4 away from closing out set number 1. Jump serve from the back row, Stockbauer. Set up by Strasbaugh. Attacked over the net for New Oxford by Owen Duty. Now for the Cats, it's Mason Stump. He plays it up front. McDonald has a hand on it. And that attack from Luke Stockbauer goes into the net. Another point for New Oxford. Back to serve for the Colonials, Owen Duty. Big jump serve into the net, point Wildcats. I want to thank our great partners who help make these web streams possible, including the Wildcat Foundation. Wildcat Foundation holding its 16th annual golf outing coming up on August 8th at the Carlisle Barracks Golf Course. The golf outing serves as one of the foundation's 3 main fundraisers in its annual mission to raise money to support grants for district students and teachers. Learn more at wildcatfoundation.org. The attack up front by Tanner Houck is blocked down by the Wildcats, and it is now 23-18, and New Oxford chooses to use their final timeout of set number 1. Back after this on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Hey there, Wildcat fans. It's Mike Garland, voice of Wildcat Athletics. And that map you're looking at and those little blue pin drops, they represent the central Pennsylvania locations of our broadcast partners. From our presenting sponsor, 11 Oaks Farms, to the south and west in Newville, to one of our newest partners, True Green Lawn Care on the East Shore in Middletown, and everywhere in between. These are community-oriented businesses, and their dollars are supporting Wildcat Athletics. So in turn, fans, I ask you to support them. Pick up the phone and price their services. Shop in their store locations. Tell them you heard about it during a broadcast of Wildcat Athletics. You can go to GoMechanicsburg.com right now and click on the live stream tab to learn more about each one of these great central Pennsylvania businesses. We thank them for their support, and I encourage you to support them in turn.
Jumping back into live action here at the Mechanicsburg High School gym. Mike Garland and you on GoMechanicsburg.com. 23-18 serving for the Cats. Mason Stump. That one's set up by Strasbaugh. Attacked over the net, Zach Topper. Set up for the Cats, Ryan Foose. Attack far side of the gym, that's Sam Kresge. Back on the New Oxford side, that attack and kill is credited to Noah Lockman. His attack was tipped off the hands of some frontline Wildcat defenders. And it will be New Oxford possession as Lombardo is in and Stump is out. And Lombardo watches it go wide. We'll call it a reverse ace. Not really a thing, but I made it up. Or maybe it is. But regardless, the Cats are serving for set point. And it's going to be Dean Holbrook doing it. He puts it into the net. So Mechanicsburg's going to have to wait just a little bit longer. A couple of substitutions as Holbrook checks out and McDonald back in. Getting ready to serve for New Oxford is Patrick Davis. And Davis puts it in the net. And that is the end of set 1. Mechanicsburg victorious 25-20. We're going to take a break, come back in a bit for set 2 on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Does your property need a little TLC? Call Lawnscapes Inc. of Mechanicsburg today at 717-697-1833 and see how Wes Moret and his team can transform or maintain your residential or commercial property. From hardscapes to yard services of all types, tree and shrub service and more, this locally owned and operated business has you covered. Call today for your free estimate. Lawnscapes Inc. at 717-697-1833. That's 717-697-1833.
We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know we are stronger when we come together as one. We believe financial literacy is a key tool for personal well-being, economic stability, and a more secure financial future for everyone. And we are committed to providing all with access to financial wellness resources. We strive to deliver unparalleled experiences for our members through every moment and milestone. We are built by will, forged by people, and powered by a proud member experience.
Operation Wildcat is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to pool the resources in our community to help our school district students, families, and staff members in need. We'll take your new or gently used back-to-school items, bikes, books, clothing, dresses and suits, furniture, Halloween costumes, gifts for the holiday, Christmas tree decorations, pennies, socks, underwear, Thanksgiving food, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and yard sale items. Learn more at OperationWildcat.org and go Wildcats.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short because he was having severe knee pain.
Lauren came in, she was really discouraged. She had tried 3 months of therapy, nothing was working. She really wanted to get back to volleyball.
We found that he had severe arthritis in both knees and his hip.
She needed shoulder arthroscopy with slap and posterior labral repair.
Simultaneous bilateral total knee replacements.
6 months of recovery and Lauren's back, happy as ever.
3 months after his final surgery, Craig sent us pictures of him skiing the Rocky Mountains. And that's what makes our job here at OSS Health so fulfilling.
At Bobby Ray Hall, it's about doing the right thing, starting with our vision that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Ray Hall simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Ray Hall difference and find out more at BobbyRayHall.com.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville and GoMechanicsburg.com.
We get ready for set number 2 on GoMechanicsburg.com. Mike Garland and you, thanks for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it, whoever you are and wherever you are. I'm hanging out in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth, so always a good time here at the gym. So many basketball games here, a couple of volleyball games in the fall and in the spring. And we are getting ready for set number 2. Mechanicsburg won the first one, 25-20. It was a close one, but the Wildcats were able to pull away there towards the end. So we get ready to get back at it. Mechanicsburg looking to wrap up their season with a big bounce-back win after losing to Carlisle yesterday. And as I mentioned, for District 3 3A, 16 teams make the postseason. So Mechanicsburg should be in for New Oxford. They are 18th, so this is a big deal for them if they can pull this one out. Mechanicsburg opens up set number 2 with an ace. And point number 1. Nate McDonald drew that point, and he'll try to do it again. Jump serve. Played in the back row, kept alive, pushed over the net. Lombardo, attack and kill for Dean Holbrook. That's 2. McDonald getting ready to do it one more time. And over the net it goes. A little confusion up front, but New Oxford manages to get it over. Lombardo saves it. Holbrook's attack blocked up front. Helt gets a hand on it. That one blocked back. The duo of Luke Stockbauer and Dean Holbrook able to slam that one down for another Wildcat point. And the field goal is up and good, 3-0 Mechanicsburg. McDonald, one more time, drops it in for an ace. Miscommunication in the back row. Jacob Helt and Noah Lockman looked at each other as the ball went between them. McDonald with the serve. Lombardo, back row, set up by Foose. Tipped over the net, and a point for the Cats. A nice heady job up front to drop that one over. McDonald 5 in a row for the Cats. Jump serve, played by Helt. Now the attack from Duty. Lombardo set up for the Cats, and Foose pushed over the net by Merrick Ayalo for the point. And the Cats are up 6. Couple of substitutions for New Oxford. McDonald, another serve, back row dig for Helt. Set up and smacked long. That was the big hand of Tanner Haug. Another point for Mechanicsburg, up 7-0. This is the kind of game, though, that ebbs and flows, as Joseph Fuss will check in. Luke Stockbauer heads to the bench. So Fuss is in, and as I said, it's the kind of game that ebbs and flows. The Cats might be up 7-0 now, but this could easily be a 7-4, 7-5 match at any given point. Set up by Foose, and the attack by Ayalo, kept alive by Davis. And that one just foul tips off the hand of Jacob Helt. He looked at his hand like, hand, you've let me down. McDonald to serve one more time for the Cats. 8-0, as this time he hits it a little long. First point of the match for New Oxford, and their first serve of set number 2. In for New Oxford is Zachary Topper, and heading to the bench is Patrick Davis. New Oxford serve, set up by Foose, smacked over the net long. And it's going to be another point for the Colonials. So like I said, a game that ebbs and flows. The Cats were up at 1 point, and now New Oxford battling back. Ayalo has it go off his hands, pushed over by Fuss. Now set up by Strasbaugh. McDonald with the dig. Ayalo, fingertip over the net. Big attack for New Oxford, and the kill for Owen Duty. 8-3. Colonials with 3 unanswered. McDonald over the net. Set up by Strasbaugh. The attack by Topper, blocked up front, back onto the New Oxford side. Tipped over the net one more time, Dean Holbrook. An attack one more time, McDonald with the dig. Ayalo with the attack, and it's gonna drop. No, it's not. A nice job by New Oxford keeping it alive. Foose sets it up for Holbrook, who attacks it down for point number 9 and a Wildcat serve. Back in for Mechanicsburg is Luke Stockbauer. Stockbauer with the big jump serve. Back row played by Helt. Set up by Strasbaugh, and the attack at the net is a kill for Owen Duty and a point for New Oxford. 9-4 the score. And Duty, who just picked up the point, will head back to serve it for head coach Brandon Dingus. Set up by Foose, and the attack by Holbrook would have gone long, but it went off the hand of a New Oxford defender. Now they are going to say it's 10-4. I guess I deleted a point by accident. So 10-4. Ayalo serves, held with the dig, set up by Strasbaugh. The attack nearly took Ayalo's head off, but it goes long. Another point for the Wildcats. 11-4. Tell you what, those head injuries are nothing to joke about. Ayalo avoided one. I've been here a couple of times where I see an attack and a kill go right off someone's head, and it can be scary. The attack up front by Foose kept alive. Helt sets it up. Topper has his attack blocked out of bounds by the Cats, so a point for New Oxford. 11-5 the score. Helt will serve. Picks up an ace by accident as that one hit the top of the net. 11-6. I mean, he'll say he did it on purpose, but that's one of those that because it hit the net, its momentum changed and Cats weren't able to play it. Stump gets it over the net. Helt back row. One-handed push over by Lockman. Helt with the setup. Lockman attacks it. Back row. Ayalo. Holbrook drops it in. Point Wildcats. 12-6. Mechanicsburg leads. McDonald is out. Holbrook will serve. Dean Holbrook, 6'5", middle hitter. Kept alive. An attack and an almighty kill by Rylan Hahn. Hahn brought it with authority. And 12-7 is the score. Mechanicsburg was up 8-0 at one point. Outscored 7-4. And the serve, played by Ayalo. Foose, and a whistle. Another point for New Oxford. So the Colonials will have another opportunity to serve, trailing by 4. They've cut a lead in half. Again, it was 8-0 at one point, now 12-8. That one's going to hit the net. Point for the Cats, 13-8. 12 away from wrapping up set number 2. Serving for Mechanicsburg, Ryan Foose. Hahn gets it over. Set up by Foose. Fuss attacks it over, and that one's going to go long off the attacking arm of Noah Lockman. Hahn has his shot blocked up front by the Cats and Maxwell Paris. Paris with the block. Point Wildcats, 15-8. Over the net. And a whistle. It's going to be a New Oxford point, 15-9. Lockman will serve, and that's the second ace where the ball caught the top of the net and fell over onto the other side. If there was a way that you could do that on purpose, you'd be unbeatable, unstoppable. Because the alternative is that. 16-10. The Cats 9 away from wrapping this one up. Should be 16-10. Scoreboard says 15-10. I'm going to drop it back down to 15 until someone tells me otherwise. I've been known to screw up. I've seen me do it. The attack. Owen Duty. And it's going to be a point for New Oxford. Couple of substitutions. Lombardo is in. Stump is out. And serving is Rylan Hahn. McDonald plays his serve from the back row. That attack by Fuss into the hands of Foose. And Ayalo struggling to get it over. And now the chair official bringing one of the student field officials or court officials together with our floor official. A meeting of the minds here. And it looks like the point is going to go to the Wildcats. I like that a JV player / student volunteer had any say in that process. And a home player at that. McDonald serves it over the net. And a whistle. McDonald kept it alive. Quick hands for Nate McDonald. He started this one with 5 in a row. 17-11. Expect to see a timeout from New Oxford here shortly. Another ace. And I think we're going to see that timeout right now. 18-11 is the score. We're going to take a break. Come back in a bit on GoMechanicsburg.com.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call today. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Back at the Mechanicsburg High School gym, 18-11 following the New Oxford timeout. Mechanicsburg will continue to serve. Nate McDonald has garnered about 50% of Mechanicsburg's points here in set number 2. Mechanicsburg won set 1, 25-20. This is the final home match for the Wildcats in the regular season. Hopefully a playoff home match, but we will see where their seeding lands them in the District 3 postseason. A big must-win for New Oxford as they are on the outside looking in if the postseason started today. McDonald plays that one from the back row, set up by Ryan Foose, pushed over the net by Joseph Fuss, and that attack will drop in for a New Oxford point. A nice job up front. Looked like it was Owen Duty who was the last to smack it for the Colonials. And in case you haven't figured it out, I am not, volleyball is not my forte. I'm familiar with the general terms. I mix my ability to broadcast with my ability to make things up, and this is what you get. Joseph Fuss attacks it at the net, but there's a whistle before that. And it's going to be another New Oxford point. What's the old phrase? Fake it till you make it? I'm still trying to make it. 18-13. And a serve from the back row in Strasbaugh. And that one puts Wilfredo Lombardo on the floor. And another point for New Oxford, 18-14. This was about the time in set 1 that Mechanicsburg pulled away. I don't know what it is about those magical timeouts that sort of resets things for the team that calls them. Foose, Holbrook, point, Cats. (19-14). If you're wondering why we're still playing volleyball at 7:30, we got started a little bit later than originally scheduled. Senior day plus a bit of a delay in the start of the JV match. Luke Stockbauer into the net. It's that magical reverse ace that I referenced earlier. Again, not sure if it's a thing, but I just made it up. 19-15, served by Duty. And that one smacked down and home for a Wildcat point. So the Cats 5 away from wrapping it up. Lombardo will head out, and back in is Mason Stump. And the serve by Ayalo, set up by Strasbaugh, and the attack up front. I think it's a Mechanicsburg point. Did we get an inadvertent whistle? I believe the official says an inadvertent whistle, so we might have a redo here. It's going to stay at 20-15. It kind of ping-ponged around on a couple of New Oxford chests. A setup. Dig by McDonald, the attack by Stump. Played by Strasbaugh, popped up in the air, hit over the net by Trenton Kaiser. That one back over the net as well. Kaiser helps keep it alive. Sometimes it's not about the volleyball play, but just whether or not you can get it over the net. And that one, Holbrook smacks it down for a Wildcat point, 21-15. A little student section interaction here today. Got a couple of students in the stands, a couple of more standing far side of the gym. If I see some of the younger basketball players that are here, maybe for an open gym. Now I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I think they showed up for a little open gym action, and they're waiting for their gym. 22-15, but I don't know. Holbrook smacks it down, another Wildcat point. Dean Holbrook is everywhere. He's like Roy Kent. Ayalo goes back to serve. Set up by Strasbaugh, and the ball smacked out of bounds. Another point for Mechanicsburg, and now Mechanicsburg one away from wrapping up set number 2. Ayalo serves, set up Strasbaugh. Topper can't get it over the net. It's blocked back onto the New Oxford side, and the attack and the kill comes by way of Noah Lockman. It's another point for New Oxford, 24-16 on GoMechanicsburg.com. Cats looking for win number 12 on the season. They thought they had it last night, and they are one set away from making it a reality today. They win set number 2, 25-16. We're going to take a break, come back in about 3 minutes. Today's game presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
I needed a change in my life. I wanted to be closer to my grandchildren. I was not hearing what the kids were saying. I fly hot air balloons and I couldn't hear leaks. It was time to take care of my hearing. As soon as I met Mary Ann at Renewed Hearing Solutions, she made me feel so comfortable. My life has improved so much since I got hearing aids. It was the best thing I've ever done. I would highly recommend Renewed Hearing Solutions.
Get back in the conversation. Call Renewed Hearing Solutions today.
Snappers Bar and Grill at 120 East Allen Street in Mechanicsburg is proud to support Wildcat Athletics. Snappers is open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. and offers outstanding service and exceptional food and drink options, all at a fair price. Stop in for fresh seafood, delicious hand-cut steaks, and homemade pasta dishes. Snappers also offers a variety of sandwiches, fresh, crisp salads, and awesome appetizers. Dine in, carry out, or have your next big gathering catered. Snappers Bar and Grill. Call 717-697-9475 to learn more.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Seth Gardner for your personal price plan today.
This is you. And this is us. Hi, we're True Green. We're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. That means we'll give you a pro-level lawn guaranteed. That's a satisfaction guarantee. That's a price match guarantee. That's a guarantee on top of your guarantee. So you can do less of this and more of this.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Back in the Mechanicsburg High School gym, we're a couple of seconds away from starting set number 3. And Mechanicsburg leading New Oxford 2-0. And if you're a New Oxford fan, obviously you're hoping for 3 in a row back the other way to try to pull the upset here. If you're a Mechanicsburg fan, you've won 2. Why not wrap it up in 3 straight and get out of here before 8 o'clock? The basketball players in the corner, no doubt enjoying this volleyball game, but would also like to maybe shoot some hoops at some point. A couple of unused basketball hoops, but I think they're too close to the fringe of the volleyball court, so I'm not sure we can do 2 things at once. A couple of web streams coming up. We will be trying to broadcast Baseball Senior Day whenever that might happen. There's only a couple of scheduled home games left for baseball, but 80% chance of rain in the forecast on Friday, and a non-conference game scheduled for Greencastle on Tuesday might get bumped as well because Greencastle has some stuff they have to make up. So now the Cats quickly jump up 1-0. One noticeable change here in set number 3. Nate McDonald has taken off the white libero jersey and has put on a more standard, we'll call it a field player shirt in his maroon 22. Meanwhile, Will Lombardo has switched capes and put the white shirt on. And the serve, forthcoming from Stockbauer, is going to be played over the net by McDonald. Lombardo from the back row. McDonald sets it up. The attack by Holbrook is going to fall short. 2-0 Mechanicsburg. And beyond Friday's weather forecast, Tuesday doesn't look much better. 67% chance of rain and not a lot of coverage, if you will, at the baseball field. And first of all, water and dirt generally make mud, but water and electronics generally make an expensive invoice. That's an ace for the Cats. So we love the baseball seniors. We hope to showcase them, but we shall see how that plays out. Monday, we're going to do our best to double up one more time with softball and girls lacrosse. Dave Bray will have the softball game. I will have girls lacrosse. And I think that might do it for the regular season. Baseball playoffs, if everything falls the way you think it will, they'll have a home game coming up Friday the 16th. Ben Shad will have coverage on that one. Topper can't get it over the net, and another point for the Cats. So Mechanicsburg had jumped out 5-0 in set number 1, 8-0 in set number 2, and now 5-0 here in set number 3. Stockbauer to set up and serve. Played in the back row by Jacob Helt. That attack is kept alive. McDonald tries to shuffle over, and Cats aren't going to be able to do it. Maxwell Paris had to kind of go off his side. And 5-1. Back row serve. Played by Stockbauer, and it's going to be another point as Stockbauer couldn't get that one over the net. A couple of fans here with some heads on sticks. Where do you get heads on sticks these days? Another serve for New Oxford to Owen Duty. Now McDonald sets it up. Holbrook on the near side. Strasbaugh smacks it down. And it looks like it went just a hair wide. It's going to be a point for Mechanicsburg. 6-2. Serving for the Wildcats, Merrick Ayalo, one of 10 Wildcat seniors recognized pre-match. Helt plays it, set up by Strasbaugh. The attack over the net by way of Tanner Houck. Now Lombardo, Ayalo from the back row. Played by New Oxford. Topper with the left-handed attack. It's going to hit the ceiling. And the Cats dump it over the net. Kept alive and played by Noah Lockman. McDonald sets it up. Kresge with the attack and the kill. That thing brought some heat. Jacob Helt went down to the hardwood, and one of his teammates had to mimic that dive. Also smacked into the bleachers far side of the gym. So JV players eating snacks had to be heads up over there. Helt from the back row, set up by Strasbaugh. The attack and the kill for Tanner Houck, and New Oxford picks up a point. A little fire from the Colonials. McDonald sets it up. The attack by Kresge is going to be a point for the Wildcats. It was, we'll say, blocked up front, but ultimately out of bounds. So point for the Cats, and Lombardo will serve. And Lombardo with the lefty serve, the righty serve. And that one attacked long, so another point for the Cats. It was a lefty serve. Well, Lombardo got me. I don't care which hand he uses. It's an ace. There are so many moving parts here in the gym. I'd say I'm not as bad as I sound, but, you know, I might be. 10-3, Lombardo serves. Set up by Strasbaugh, the attack and the kill. Coming in for New Oxford, Trenton Kaiser. And Kaiser will serve. Kaiser with the blue sneaks. Jump serve into the net. Point Cats 11-4. Joseph Fuss will check in. He's a senior. So Fuss, Kresge, Steele, Lombardo, McDonald, and Ayalo. And it's Fuss with the attack. Hahn over the net for the Cats, for New Oxford. And as the Cats try to play it back over, we get a violation and a point for New Oxford. Going back to serve for the Colonials, Noah Lockman. That's a point for the Cats, 12-5. Keep an eye on @GoMechanicsburg on X, formerly Twitter, for postseason updates. And a point with a whistle. I think we had a whistle. And the point is going to go to New Oxford. And serving for the Colonials is going to be Rylan Hahn. Fuss with the attack, and he's taking out people in the bleachers. Adults and kids alike, look out. Joseph Fuss giving that lady in the bleachers something to fuss about. But it's friendly fire, so no real fuss. As that serve goes long off the hand of Sam Steele. 13-7. Back in Zach Topper. Zach Topper with the Zach Morris looking hairstyle, and if you get that reference, you're cool. You're a cool person. Tattoo in the left arm as well. We'll get a whistle and a point for New Oxford. Serving is Evan Strasbaugh. Strasbaugh over the net, set up by McDonald. Holbrook with the attack and the kill. Dean Holbrook brought it, and Jacob Helt couldn't take it. So it's 14-8. Cats are 9 away from wrapping this one up. Serve forthcoming. Luke Stockbauer tips the net. Helt, who was already diving for it, managed to get a touch. And somewhere along the line, Cats committed a violation, so it's going to be a point for New Oxford. That was a great job by Jacob Helt. He was diving to receive that one in the first place and managed to keep it alive. Lombardo from the back row, and McDonald puts it off the scorer's table. He gave it a try. And another point for New Oxford, 14-10. McDonald sets it up. Holbrook smacks it over with authority, kept alive and played out of the back row by Owen Duty and over the net. McDonald one more time. Helt set up by Strasbaugh. And that one goes out of play. Noah Lockman tried something fancy and couldn't convert. 15-10. Merrick Ayalo getting ready to come in. Dean Holbrook will go out. Ayalo's serve, played by Helt, set up by Strasbaugh, and it goes nowhere. Back to the scorer's table. Pretty much anything that involves the scorer's table 2 plays in a row is bad. And in pretty much any sport. Served over the net, kept alive. Topper with the left-handed attack. It's going to drop in for a point, New Oxford. Zach Topper with a point for the Colonials. A nice job playing his position on that far side, using the left hand, his strength, and smacking that one down. Jacob Helt serving. Jump serve. Played by Lombardo, set up by McDonald. Attack on the far side, Kresge. Played, Helt sets it up. Attacked on the near side, Lockman. Back row, Ayalo. McDonald one more time. Kresge with the attack and the kill off the hand of Owen Duty. 17-11. Eight away from sending the Colonials back south to New Oxford. Set up by Kaiser. Check that, that wasn't Kaiser, that was Evan Strasbaugh. But I was thinking Kaiser, and there he is. Trenton Kaiser into the game. He's going to serve following the most recent point from New Oxford. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, staying with me as I stumble through this volleyball broadcast. And that ball can't make it over the net. Nate McDonald thought about playing it, opted not to. Not sure that if he did, if it would have been a different result, but 17-13. Kaiser smashes it long. Got a smile on his face. He knows he was close. Nate McDonald serving from the back row. Jump serve. Kaiser keeps it alive. Set up by Strasbaugh. Attacked but blocked back. Noah Lockman. Now tipped over Rylan Hahn. Off balance attack, Kresge. Strasbaugh. And Lockman attacks it into the net. 18-13. Nate McDonald serving for the Cats. Into the net. That's going to be a point for New Oxford. Back row serve forthcoming, Noah Lockman. McDonald sets it up. Tipped over the net by the Cats and Sam Steele. And it's going to drop in front of Helt. I don't think he was too happy about that result. But not in an angry at somebody kind of way, just sort of frustrated in the situation kind of way. So they're going to say 19-15. Ultimately, it's going to be New Oxford ball, so whatever I thought I saw, I clearly didn't. McDonald sets it up. Fuss pushes it over. Helt from the back row, now Strasbaugh. And that one is hit long by Rylan Hahn. Couple of substitutions as Ayalo is out. Merrick Ayalo playing in his final home game as a senior in the regular season. Kresge into the net. 20-16. Rylan Hahn serving. Knee brace on the left leg. Little jump serve, gets it over the net. McDonald. And that one by Holbrook kept alive, but Owen Duty and Rylan Hahn both looked at each other as the ball dropped in between them. 21-16, and we are 4 points away from a clean sweep. Serving from the back row, Sam Steele. Steele has it played by Lockman. That attack, unless it was tipped, goes long. And it's going to be Mechanicsburg point, 22-16. Of all days, I picked tomorrow as a full day at the office. But that's all right. We're going to get things done tomorrow. We're going to have a great Thursday as that attack is going to go the way of New Oxford. A nice job up front, Noah Lockman. Checking in is Zach Topper. Evan Strasboss serving from the back row. Lombardo from the back. McDonald sets it up. Fuss with the attack up front. And it's going to drop for a Wildcat point. 23-18 is the score. Sorry on that one. So the ball is going to roll back the way of Sam Kresge, who hackies it up and hands it off to Luke Stockbauer. Stockbauer, big jump serve. He was halfway into the court by the time he made contact with that one. And ball drops in for a point on the New Oxford side, 23-19. Scoreboard reset for a moment. I thought it was 23-19. 22-19, I guess we're saying. Should have just waited. 23-19. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on GoMechanicsburg.com. Thanks to our great partners as well. Jake Heck coming to the sideline with what I do believe to be a substitution-related question. And now the substitution has been granted. There is a certain rotation these young men must keep. Of all the things I learned about volleyball, it's that there's a rotation. You can count on like one cartoon hand the amount of things I truly know to be fact about volleyball. Hit over the net, Noah Lockman. McDonald attack Sam Kresge, and a whistle and an extra whistle. It's going to be a point for New Oxford, 23-20. Colonials battling back. Cats looking to put this one away. New Oxford had 20 in set one, but dropped set two, 25-16. Over the net, played by Lombardo, set up by McDonald. The attack for the Cats and Kresge, it goes long. New Oxford keeps this one alive, and remember, you must win by 2. So the closer that New Oxford gets to this, the more likely we are to scoot past 25. Helt serves it over. Lombardo, McDonald, attack now Kresge. That's going to be a point for the Cats on the attack and kill from senior outside hitter Samuel Kresge. Closing in on 8 o'clock, and the Cats playing for the match. Lombardo goes back to the back of the gym just off camera to pick up the loose ball, and he's going to get ready to go. Can Lombardo end it with an ace? He cannot. 24-22. And it will be a New Oxford serve as Trenton Kaiser checks in. Kaiser to serve. Kept alive by Ayalo over the net. Helt. And the attack goes long. Cats win it. Clean sweep. 25-20, 25-16, and 25-22. Mechanicsburg now 12-3 overall. Meanwhile, New Oxford's season likely comes to an end at a 9-7 mark. We thank you for tuning in. Thank our Go Mechanicsburg live stream crew for all of their support as well. Keep an eye on @GoMechanicsburg on X, formerly Twitter, for updates on the volleyball postseason, which is right around the corner. Until we talk at you again, Wildcat fans, have yourself a good night.
has been a presentation of Mechanicsburg High School Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com. Wildcat Athletics is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Rahal Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks, servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. The Mechanicsburg Wildcats. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com and on YouTube at GoMechanicsburg.